Dear Americans, my name is Olivia Smith. I was born in Florida, United States. My mother was a nurse and my father was a truck driver. We were not rich, but we had a comfortable life. I have beautiful memories of my childhood. When I was 7 years old, I remember not seeing my mother around. I was told that she was normal. While I was still trying to digest the situation, I was told that we were relocating to Africa, where most of my father's family stays. Touchdown in Mother City, South Africa. It was exciting and mind-blowing. Beautiful land with giant animals and friendly people. I was happy in Africa because I was staying with my grandparents. I felt complete again. We were a united family. Few months later, my father was dating again. I remember him introducing his girlfriend, Emily, to my grandparents. She was a sweet lady. My father ended up moving out to start family with Emily. It was painful because I loved having my father around. He was the only parent alive. 2 years down the line, he moved back to the United States. I was left behind with my grandparents. It was painful. I felt like I was on my own in this world because they were old. To cut the story short, I had to grow up before time and be independent and create my own source of happiness. How do you become financially stable while there are people out there with high education but no jobs, and I had no college education? In my mind, there was no fast way out to be financially independent except turning into crime. I tried so many times to ignore that thought. I even went as far as Googling my father's location on social media. He was nowhere to be found. Furthermore, I searched Emily's firstborn with my father because I knew his name. But they left South Africa when he was only 2 years old. That means we don't know each other. That firstborn, Peter, was my only hope to link with my father again. I sent him an inbox on Facebook explaining my story. His reply was very rude. He told me that my father left me behind in Africa. What makes me think that he will want me closer to them again? He then blocked me on his account. I was frustrated. I lost hope. I started researching about being part of the gang. My findings were that there are different gangs with different codes. I became passionate. I wanted to find ways of creating my codes and gang that doesn't involve weapons, blood spilling, and drugs. Months and months, I was trying to create a new code on how do you slide between the fingers without being caught? How do you open the doors without breaking in? How do you take without permission successfully? After a very long time, I found a formula of doing clean crime. It was time for action. I started to recruit. There was a lady by the name of Ivy. She was in the similar situation as me. She had nothing to lose except to gain and gain and gain more abundantly. She was a deep IT specialist. She brought her friend on board, Kaden. He was specializing in researching and mixing chemicals. We worked months and months on our plan of taking without a permission successfully. I call it holy crime. We created a unique classic ballet dance of falling from the roof and dance in the air. It was a beautiful dance. We were good. We started to trend on social media. Our target was big, classy events, and they started to book us. But our aim was to be invited in a house of Isabella because it's where we wanted to steal millions and millions of friends. House of Isabella, it's a private standalone house. There are no surroundings. It is in deep bushes. It's a very expensive house. Once after 3 years, wealthy people in Africa, they meet there and trade millions and millions in hard cash. Each and every businessman that attend that event, they do a background check on him. Security is very tight. They bring top-notch security companies to ensure the safety. But we had to slide in those securities. We arrived 3 days before in a place of an event to prepare for the day, to put our things that hold us during the event. Our terms and conditions were stating clearly that you must give us 3 days in advance to prepare a place where we are going to dance and hang our harness safely. In all the events, we were arriving 3 days in advance. The big day that we were all looking for arrived. We witnessed rich guys coming in, escorted with money briefcase. They had their securities. These men entered. We were counting in our minds that we have so much millions now because those millions belonged to us. The show started. We opened the show by dancing. Me and Ivy, while we were still hanging in the air, while people were still enjoying, we clicked the button, which was inside one of the glitters in my dress. Chemicals which were installed in air conditioning pipes started to come out. That chemical had no smell, no trace, no nothing. Everyone in that building and the surroundings outside the building, they slept. The chemical was going to put all of them to sleep for 2 hours. In that time, we had a lot of work to do to jam the network and pack the money. The chemical didn't affect us because we had some anti-chemical before we went to the event. All cameras were blocked, all signal. Remember, I was with the mastermind. Our things were going according to plan. Our ghost angel arrived, Kaden, to take suitcases of money. Remember, he was not part of the event. In our code, trust was number 1 rule. But for a moment, I asked myself, what if Kaden runs away with the money? I injected something inside. Whenever he tries to open the bags, it warns him, it gives that beep sound, so that he can think there is a bomb inside. When everyone woke up, they felt the pain on our behalf. We were not suspect at all because we were hanging there in the rope for 2 hours. That's how we robbed the house of Isabella. It was like we were born again. Out of the blue, we were rich. We managed to crack the code that we've been working for months and months on it. We managed to take successfully without a permission. Me and my gang, we were happy, sipping cocktails in the island, having fun, enjoying life. We even started our businesses. But deep down in our hearts, we know that we were gods of holy crime. That passion wanted to push us again to do another crime. That's the end of our story. Please follow us on social media platforms, Buzz SA, so that you can be notified whenever we post or upload a new story. Thank you very much. We love you.